This is Keaton. He's my friend.
Can you say hi? Can you smile?
She's a bumblebee.
He's fun, curious, joyful, flirty, creative, and sincere. He has a mom, a dad, and 2 brothers. He likes electronics, Super Mario, fireworks, baking cakes, baseball, and music. He even likes doing laundry. Keaton is also autistic. That means his brain works differently from most people, which causes certain challenges in learning and communicating. But autism looks very different for each person who has it. In fact, they say, if you know one person with autism, you know one person with autism. That's why it's called a spectrum. It's often very hard to tell if a person has autism, because usually they just look like everybody else. If I didn't know Keaton has autism, I might not understand why he always wears his headphones to help him with sensory overload. And I might not understand why he won't talk to me sometimes. There can be a lot of misunderstanding and confusion about autistic people, what they're each capable of, and why they behave in certain ways. This can lead to some real disadvantages of inequality for them in education, work, and social opportunities, where they tend to be viewed as on the sidelines of life, instead of in the game. I have always wanted to open up the conversation about autism. I mean, we wear the t-shirt and change our status on social media, but it's not like you can just say,
So, what do you think about autism?
What?
But enough is enough. It's time to talk about it. It's no secret that life is challenging for families affected by autism, but most people have no idea just how challenging it really is. Educational opportunities are often inconsistent for autistic kids because they need very specialized curriculum. Keaton's public school wasn't able to give him the specific attention he needed, so now he goes to an autism therapy center during the day instead. This center has made a huge difference in Keaton's emotional, social, and intellectual development, but very few people can afford it. So one way we can improve in helping autistic people reach their potential is to provide more specialized therapy programs in public education. Keaton can never be left alone for his own safety. He also has a hard time adapting to change and the noise of public places. This means his family can't really go on vacation, or even out to dinner, because they can't always take him, but they also can't leave him at home. Keaton will need a full-time caregiver for the rest of his life, which causes his family a lot of worry, wondering what will happen to him when they're gone. If no one steps up to take care of him, he'll be on his own. It's sad to think that some people we see as homeless are just autistic people who lost their caregiver and had nowhere to go. So, another way we can improve in providing better equality for autistic people is in the area of affordable, long-term, and in-home care. But through all these very difficult and serious challenges, the biggest concern Keaton's family has for him is just wanting to know him. Keaton has a hard time expressing his thoughts and feelings into words, so he can't always tell you how he feels, if someone is bullying him, what he needs, or what he's thinking. It takes extra effort and understanding to relate with Keaton, and it breaks their hearts to think he could go through this life unknown. If that's what it's like at home, imagine what it's like other places. When we interact with someone who behaves differently than we are used to, and we don't know why, we tend to fear that person and shy away from them. The antidote to that fear is just to try. It's true that it can be harder to get to know an autistic person, but they're worth it. It's like a puzzle, and we just need to start filling in the pieces. It's time to break the barrier to relationships with autistic people by seeking to know and understand them as individuals. Because when we understand, we gain compassion. When we gain compassion, we start to care. When we care, we begin to act. The more we act, the more we change. And when we change, so does the world. We can be a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. We can be a bridge of understanding for them in our homes, work, schools, and social lives. Because autistic people are, first of all, people. Let's ask the questions that uncover the mystery of how to relate to them and help the world to truly see the beauty of the known.